The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here's Dalvin Cook, third year back from Florida State.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Throwing, Cousins. And complete, right side to Cook. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Taylor. A gain of 6 there on first.
That's it. Big hit. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 42-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now the rookie from Boise State, Alexander Madison. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Back to the ground, this time Cook. Nigel Bradham brings him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Cousins gives way to Cook. Cook able to escape. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 11 yards there, first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Cousins. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And a return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a man who really came on late last year, it's Damian Williams. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. Here's a guy on his fourth franchise in 2 years, Carlos Hyde. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 11 more on that one and another first down. Well, that's a guy, Carlos Hyde, who split time last year in Cleveland and Jacksonville after 4 seasons in San Fran. He was just under 1,000 yards his last 2 seasons with the Niners, but never really got into a groove last season. And then the Chiefs signed him to a 1-year deal back on March 9th. This is Smith. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 41, Mahomes. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 16 yards, a first down. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get them much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Check four. Hey, red blitz. Undercross. Watch the safety creep. 36.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. Not that time for Watkins. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes this forward for about 6. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now here's the first carry for Amir Abdullah. A big play there for Minnesota. 63 yards on the ground. First red zone chance now for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. No score after one on EA Sports. Took nearly the entire first half, but a first red zone opportunity for him here. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there was another first down run right there.
They'll run for it with Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Bailey, and that makes the score 7-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
At the 26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Check 43.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And going deep for Hill. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
At their own 36-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Now this throw caught left side. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
We're good, we're good. 44's the mark, 44's the mark. 5.
From the gun, here's Cousins. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's go.
On the carry, it's Cook. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Left side caught by Diggs. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 14. First down, here's the run with Cook. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On second down, it's Cook, and the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
They'll try to run it in with Abdullah, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Amir Abdullah with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Bailey got the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 16 yards, a first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman. His 6th touchdown of the season as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 32-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Give to Cook out of the gun. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On 3rd down, Cousins. That's caught by Treadwell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
And the Vikings first down.
This is Abdullah. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one.
At the 45-yard line.
On second down, Cook. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. The Vikings on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Cousins. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So they are going to call on Dan Bailey here. His career long is 56 yards done in Seattle. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. From midfield, here's Mahomes, eluding the pressure right. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Mahomes now to throw. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. A 1st down carry for Smith. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And the kick by Butker is good. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They'll run it again with Smith. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
To throw, it's Mahomes. They're going deep for Hill. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Trey Wayne's the Michigan State man right there in coverage.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. Broken tackle. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're
the Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Past the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They go play fake. Mahomes. Finding Hardman here over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 46. The 1st down run not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to the ground. This time it's high. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Yellow. Hey, you don't want to see me. Back shot. Let's go. Hey, Mike 40.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
This first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball, but how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw, Cousins. That's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you take a little bit of risk there because you're trying to throw the ball into the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk, and they can knock it away, pick it off, but they were able to execute it successfully on that play.
Now Cousins. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
On 2nd and 12, Mahomes. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. But now it's 3rd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Check pass, check pass. Check Mike, attack, attack. Go, go, go. Oh, hey, we're going Mike 40, Mike 40. Okay, double up, double up, double up, double up. 40's the mark. Scene 6. Man, I got it.
Throwing now is Mahomes. He's going to fire one deep. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
At the 48-yard line.
Jahan, where are you? 44. So we got man.
On 1st down, Cook. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Chris Jones on the stop.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
From the 44, Cousins. And Diggs has it. Stephon Diggs. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, That is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. That's caught left side by Hardman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. From the gun, a give to Hyde. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Completes it to Hardman. And the ball is knocked out. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll run on 1st down. Smith. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 1st down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Smith. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. On the tackle, it's Trey Waynes.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And the Vikings pick up the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now, that turnover might just about do it. Here, 4th quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
You're exactly right. They played smart, a couple of 1st downs, and this one should just about be over.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. And he's able to find Diggs. And they're going to get the 1st down. The Vikings 1st down. Diggs able to find his way free and get the catch from Cousins. Cousins now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. They run. Cook. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Anthony Hitchens, 2nd in the AFC in tackles last year, there to bring him down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
I know he ain't got it. Check 15. Check.
On 2nd down, this is Madison. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, The stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down, 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says,
he's got the lane, and there he goes. The 20. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, 67 yards. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and, oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on.
It's caught inside the 25. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 52 yards. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Mahomes now on 1st down. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24.
That's what I'm talking about.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Motion, motion, motion. 40. He's tired of me.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Mahomes. And he fires one incomplete. Mecole Hardman the intended target. And it's 3rd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. A give to Hyde out of the gun. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Mahomes throwing on 4th. And he's going to be taken down here.